Ganga, the holiest river in India, always holds a special implication amongst Indians. It is believed that anything touched by the water of this river becomes pure and sanctified. Even the wind that flows from the Ganga purifies everything that it touches. This belief has led many pious devotees to build temples on the banks of the Ganga. This exquisite temple of the Divine Mother Kali stands on the eastern bank of Ganga at Dakshineshwar. It was built by Rani Rasamani, an honorable, courageous, generous, wealthy and pious zamindar in Kolkata. She was born in September 1793 in a village called Kona, 30 miles north of Kolkata. She was married at the age of 9 to Rajchandra Bishwash, a rich zamindar of Kolkata. After her husband's demise, she took up the reins of the property with the help of her son-in-law, Mathur Mohan Bishwas. Their family deity was Lord Rama. One evening, a group of drunken English soldiers vandalized her house at Kolkata. When they were about to enter the inner apartments, Rani Rasmani took up arms in her hand to save the honor of the family. She stood like Goddess Kali in front of them. Seeing her terrible form, the soldiers became scared and ran away. The Rani could not believe that such a mishap could occur when Sri Rama was present in her house. Then she remembered an old incident. On the day of her marriage reception, a sannyasin had given her an idol of Sri Rama as his blessings. After about 30 years, that sannyasin had come back and asked the idol back. But in the meantime, she had become so devoted to that idol that she could not part with it. The sannyasin had smiled and gone away. Now it occurred to her that the sannyasin had actually taken away Sri Rama in spirit along with him, leaving behind only his metallic idol body. Recollecting these events, the thought came to her that it was time to start Shakti worship. Meanwhile, she was planning to visit Lord Vishwanath and Annapurna at Kashi. On the night before her departure, she had a divine vision of the goddess Annapurna. The goddess instructed her, "There is no need to go to Kashi. Install my stone image in a beautiful spot on the banks of the Ganga and arrange for daily worship." The devout Rani was highly delighted to receive this instruction. The Dakshineshwar Kali temple is situated just 5 kilometers north of Kolkata and about 10 kilometers from Howrah station. This is the site map of Dakshineshwar temple at Sri Ramakrishna's time. A huge courtyard houses the temples. At the center is the temple of goddess Bhavatarini. In front of the temple is a prayer hall or Nath Mandir. On the northern side of the Kali temple is Radhakanta temple. On the west of the courtyard, 12 Shiva temples flank both sides of the Chandani. Sri Ramakrishna's room is located at the northern corner of the temple courtyard. Along the south and the eastern boundary of the courtyard are the office rooms, kitchen and stores.
Namaste Saranye Shive Salukampe Namaste Jagat Vyapike Vishwarupe Namaste Jagat Namaste जगत् तारिणि त्राहि दुर्गे नमस्ते जगत् चिन्त्यमानस्वरूपे नमस्ते महायोगिने ज्ञानरूपे नमस्ते सदानन्दनन्दस्वरूपे नमस्ते जगत् तारिणि त्राहि दुर्गे नमस्ते जगत् तारिणि त्राहि दुर्गे अनाथस्य दीनस्य कृष्णातुरस्य त्वमेका गति देवि निस्तारदात्रि त्वमेका गति देवि निस्तारदात्रि नमस्ते जगत् तारिणि त्राहि दुर्गे.
Temple architecture of Bengal can be broadly classified into three categories: Dalan or Bangla Mandir, Chala Mandir, and Ratna or Chuda Mandir. In this temple complex, all these three traditional architectures are represented. Ma Bhavatarini's temple is designed as per Ratna architectural tradition, while the Vishnu Mandir has followed Dalan tradition. The 12 Shiva temples are designed in Chala tradition that resembles simple thatched roof houses of Bengal. The Navaratna temple of goddess Kali at Dakshineshwar is one of the finest examples of the Ratna Mandir architecture. Navaratna style means a temple with 9 turrets. The graceful turrets on the 3-tiered roof reflect the genius of the architects of Bengal. The height of the temple is 100 feet and the area at the base is 46.5 square feet. The Garbha Mandir or inner shrine is 15 feet square. In the shrine, a black stone image of Mother Kali, 33.5 inches high, stands on Lord Shiva's chest facing south. The white marble image of Lord Shiva lies on a 1,000-petaled silver lotus on a black stone pedestal. According to Tantric interpretation, the image of goddess Kali standing on the chest of Lord Shiva has a special significance. Lord Shiva lying as a dead body represents Shiva Tattva or the inactive Brahman, the absolute pure consciousness which is beyond all names, forms and activities. While Mother Kali represents Shakti Tattva or creative power, it is the manifested energy responsible for all names, forms and activities. Here, Divine Mother is standing with 4 arms in the form of Dakshina Kali, holding her tongue out. According to Tantra, the sign of the red tongue bitten by white teeth represents controlling Rajas by Sattva. The upper right hand of the Divine Mother denotes Abhaya Mudra, through which she assures protection to her children. With the lower right hand in Vara Mudra, she grants boons. In the 2 left hands, she holds a kharga or sword and a severed human head. The sword signifies divine knowledge, and the human head signifies human ego. This ego must be slain by divine knowledge in order to attain moksha. The idol is decorated with a silver chalachitra which stands on 4 small silver pillars. As Mother Kali is known as Smashan Vasini, she is decorated with a golden garland of human heads and a girdle of human hands. A big image of Jackal is placed on the pedestal. A bull, a lizard, a swan and a lion are also depicted on the pillars of the Chalachitra. In front of the deity on the right are Ganesh on the left and a silver image of Sri Ramakrishna are placed. A Mangal Ghata, or a holy vessel, is kept in front of the image on which daily worship is done.
Hari Maheshwari Parvati Shankari Maheshwari Parvati Shankari Sharanam 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 Vani Veena Pani Jaya Jaya Vani Veena Pani Jaya Jaya Bhageshwari Jagadishwari Jaya Jaya Bhageshwari Jagadishwari Jaya Jaya Vidyarupini Ambe Jaya Jaya Vidyarupini Ambe Jaya Jaya Vishwavimohini Varade Jaya Jaya Vishwavimohini Varade Jaya Jaya Vishwavimohini Varade Jaya Jaya Vishwavimohini Varade Jaya.
After the construction of the temple was completed, Rani Rasamani faced trouble to find priests who could worship the deities of the temple. Finally, Sri Ramakrishna's elder brother, Ram Kumar Chattopadhyay, agreed to take the responsibility. On 31st May 1855, on the auspicious occasion of Snana Yatra, the temple was consecrated with impressive grandeur. After a month, Sri Ramakrishna joined this temple as Goddess Kali's Veshkari or dresser. After 2 months, he became the priest of Vishnu temple. Subsequently, as Ram Kumar was getting old, Sri Ramakrishna was appointed as the priest for Mother Kali. An act of worship becomes successful only when 3 factors are fulfilled. First, Jajman. The person who arranges the puja must be pious and devoted. Secondly, the idol must beautifully reflect divinity. And lastly, the priest must be sattvic and sincere in his worship. After Sri Ramakrishna's appointment as the priest, all these factors came together in perfect harmony to awaken the goddess in this temple. Dakshineshwar temple and Sri Ramakrishna have become inseparable. Within 2 months of joining the temple service, Sri Ramakrishna took initiation in Shakti Mantra from the renowned Shakti Sadhaka Kenaram Bhattacharya of Kolkata. After his initiation, Sri Ramakrishna started to practice sadhana earnestly. While doing puja, Sri Ramakrishna was struck by a doubt. Does the Divine Mother accept my worship and offering? He was troubled by the uncertainties. Is Mother real? Can I see Mother? Carried away by these emotions, he started intense sadhana for the darshan of Divine Mother. Sometimes he would go to Panchavati, remove all his clothes, and sit for meditation. Other times he would cry like a madman on the banks of the Ganga, rubbing his face on the ground saying, "Mother, another day has passed. Still you haven't given me darshan." Unable to bear the deep agony of not seeing Divine Mother, one day Sri Ramakrishna took the sword hanging in the wall of the temple and was about to kill himself. It was then that the temple was suddenly filled with divine light, and Mother Kali appeared before him. After this experience, Sri Ramakrishna began to see the living presence of Divine Mother in her idol. He used to talk to her, play with her, and feed her just like a son behaves with his mother. Just in front of Mother Kali temple stands the Nat Mandir, a congregation hall for the devotees. The Nat Mandir is used for bhajans, kirtan, jatras and pandit sabhas. In 1864, a congregation of pandits was arranged by Mathur Babu in this hall to evaluate